One of the joys of work is where it takes us. You know, how it helps us develop. That's why it's so important to do work that you absolutely love. It's the only way you really grow is who you're meant to be. The mysterious wonder of life is that you just never know where anything is going. I started writing when I was 8 or 9, and I think part of it was out of the isolation of the injury. My brothers and I were playing cowboys and Indians. One of my brothers shot me in the eye and I lost the vision. So because of that, I was able to get a partial scholarship to college. And so in the end, you can't even really regret your misfortunes because they led you somewhere. The whole South was in an uproar because we were trying to change the very system that my parents had suffered under. I went to Mississippi and rejoined the civil rights movement. I think it's important to have faith in one's gift. The movement was so much about legal things. It was a huge act of faith that clearly, if I have been prepared as a writer to be here to witness this, there's a meaning, and eventually it will be clear. What it feels like when I'm working is so wonderful. It's like just really getting it that you are one with the whole organism of life. The prize is life, you know what I mean? We've won. That's the thing that if I could say to any artist, if you manage to get it done, you've won. I mean, what more is there? I mean, you could have people agree that you won. That's nice, but basically the real joy is to have done it.
And the opening of this archive and what it means not only for Emory, but also for Atlanta and for the region and for the nation and the world is one of those signal moments. In Woodruff's Library Shatton Gallery, there's now an exhibition celebrating the opening of the archive.
A keeping of records served as the theme of her visit and the exhibit displayed at Woodruff Library. Professor and friend Rudolph Byrd curated the exhibit, which was designed by Julie Delaquanti of Emory Libraries. Panels bookmarked the exhibit, and so we'll begin at the beginning with Alice Walker's great-great-grandmother.
This is the text panel for this portion of the exhibition.
Oh, Maypole.
Of course.
Your first year at Spelman College, I would join you a year later. Both of us, daughters of the South, changed by Martin Luther King Jr., taught by Professor Howard Zinn.
With all of that success, she never wavered a second from her powerful commitment to racial and economic and world justice.
What were your experiences like in Cuba, and what did you learn there?
I went with a group of artists, and I liked it very much, but there were a lot of older Cubans who still had a very racist attitude and a homophobic one as well. So one of the things that we took up with the establishment on that trip was the why homophobia in Cuba at that time.
With Rosa Parks?
That's the day she told me the story about her husband and her hair. She had let down her hair, which came down way down her back. And I said, Miss Rosa, look at all this hair you've got. We never knew anything about all this hair. And she said, well, my husband loved my hair. He loved it very much. And when he died, I decided I would never wear it down again. And that told me so much about who she was.
I met Alice 12 years ago. I went to her house in Berkeley and asked her if I could adapt her novel, The Color Purple, into a stage musical. She said no. So began a once-in-a-lifetime journey of love, trust, and mutual respect with this amazing and uniquely talented woman of letters.
This is The Color Purple. And then here you are with the quilt that you...
Yeah, I started making this quilt when I started working on the novel.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy.
She completed the novel in 9 months. Early drafts are in green ballpoint. In homage, she says, to poet Langston Hughes, who wrote in green ink.
More than anything, God loves admiration.
You saying God is vain?
No, not vain. Just wanting to share a good thing. I think it pisses God off if you walk by the color purple in a field and don't notice it.
Well, you saying it just want to be loved like it say in the Bible?
Yeah, Celie. Everything want to be loved. Us sing and dance and holler. Just trying to be loved. Look at them trees. Ever notice how trees do everything to get attention that we do? Except walk.